Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. Good morning. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You are all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you've committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you stand before me this morning, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by you if you plead out to your case or the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you were arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which I will impose upon you. You are entitled to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office this morning. You are also entitled to make a phone call to let family, friends, or counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to make that phone call, let me know this morning, and I'll make sure that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be used against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear from the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward. Danielle Edmonds. Ms. Edmonds, what's your date of birth?
I have 11 teachers.
Okay, you are here this morning for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner on November 14th. So there is probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the Public Defender's Office?
Public Defender.
Okay, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. We're going to keep your bond at no bond, and we're going to see you back to court on January 9th at 9 a.m. But is that a Judge Toner date? It's a Judge Toner warrant. So I need a Toner date. Hold on one second. Ms. Edmonds, I'm changing your court date. Hold on one second.
We're the week before.
January 2nd. Okay, Ms. Edmonds, your court date's actually going to be January 2nd, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. It's at 8:30, right? David Bales. Good morning, Mr. Bales. Can I have your date of birth?
9/8/62.
You are here this morning for possession of cocaine, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while your license was suspended or revoked. I did find probable cause for all three. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the Public Defender's Office?
Public Defender, please.
Okay. Like the Public Defender's Office to represent you. State, do you know if he has a prior record?
Yeah, he has a 2012 robbery case for which he was sentenced to 3 years in the Department of Corrections. He failed to appear on a 2009 cocaine case, which eventually was resolved for drug offender PTI. He has a 2008 conviction on a possession of cocaine and paraphernalia case, 2008 burglary of a conveyance, and a 1990 DST and burglary as well. There's a huge gap there.
So nothing in about 10 years. Nothing in about 9.
No. The most recent is the 2012 robbery that he got out of prison for in 2015.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Okay, Mr. Bales, I have an address here on High Point Boulevard in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. How long have you lived there?
About 4 or 5 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
I do, doing home repairs in High Point.
Okay. Okay, on the possession of cocaine, I'm going to set your bond at $4,000. On the possession of paraphernalia, I'll set your bond at $2,000. And on the driving while license suspended or revoked, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. We're going to see you back to court on January 9th at 9 a.m.
Ma'am, all that, the bond was raised considerably. It was only $3,500, I believe, first.
Yes, sir. Now it's double that. I've doubled it because you just got out of prison 2 years ago, and I feel that based on your prior record, that's appropriate.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Guy C. Barnett.
Yes,
Mr. Barnett, can I have your date of birth?
13/8/1975.
I'm sorry, say it again.
13/8/1975.
Okay. I have August 13th,
I think
1975.
he's doing it at the European way or the-
Oh, okay. Okay, you're here today for a failure to appear on a warrant. The bond amount is $2,000. It's for driving on suspended driver's license.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
he was my client. He flew from Georgia a couple days ago to get the KPS recall to resolve his case. I think he was picked up outside in the parking lot of the courthouse because he had no place to stay. If we could, I'm not sure if Your Honor
We
can
can
withdraw
go.
the warrant.
What's a
It'd be time served, Your Honor.
be time served?
Or do you have the ability to recall the warrant?
Well, I can't recall a warrant he's already been arrested on. He's already been arrested on the warrant. We can do time served, or I can lower the bond and have him come back.
No, he was coming to resolve his case. I think he'll want to take time served.
Okay. Sir, do you want to resolve your case today for time served?
Yes, miss.
Okay. All right, you understand by taking a plea on this case today that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
I didn't get a repeat that from
Do
please.
you want to give up your right to go to trial?
Yes, miss.
You're going to give up your right to have the state prove the case against you in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, miss.
Okay, with regard to this driving on suspended charge, how do you plead? Complete no contest.
Yes, miss.
Accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty, send you to 2 days Hernando County Jail, 2 days credit for time served. You're going to have fines and court costs in the amount of $438. The public defender fee and the cost of incarceration will all be assessed against you. You want to make your way down to the clerk of court or give them a call to make out a payment plan for all of those things, okay?
Yes, miss. Can I ask you a question, please?
Sure.
In that car where they pulled me from, my particulars, my bill, wallet with the money is still in it. I don't know how can I get access to those.
I have no idea what he's asking. Do you?
I think he's saying that there was his wallet and other personal items inside the car when he was arrested. He's wondering.
Okay. I don't know where the car is. I mean, were you parked at the courthouse? Is the car still at the courthouse?
I don't know if it's there. Did you give me a chance to get my particulars? I was at the Hernando courthouse parking lot.
I don't know. You might want to contact your public defender when you get out of custody, and he can answer your questions about your vehicle.
Okay, miss.
Sure.
Thank you.
Was it impounded? Do we know? I don't have any information about that.
Probably still parked outside.
It might still just be parked outside. You're going to make your way down here to get it.
Okay, miss. Thank you.
Yes. Lee Beers. Mr. Beers, can I have your date of birth?
5/26/91.
Mr. Beers, you are here today for you have a retail theft. One. It looks like 3 retail thefts.
I have 2.
Looks like one of them out of Sumter County. It looks like.
Oh yeah, he does have an outstanding KPS from something.
All right. Okay, only one of them's out of Sumter, right? The rest are from
Yeah, I think we have 2 here and 1 from Sumter.
Okay. That makes sense. And then he's supposed to be in court tomorrow in front of Judge Merritt, from what I understand. Is that for calendar call? Do we know?
That is correct. He's set for trial next week.
Okay. Okay, so on the Sumter County case, they want a $5,000 bond on that. We're going to keep that at a $5,000 bond. And when you get to Sumter County, you can ask for a court date and a public defender, okay?
Yeah.
All right, that one. And then you have 2 Hernando County cases. that, and you have an open case that's been open since January of 2017. So what's going to happen on those cases is I'm going to do an RCO, which means I'm going to recommit you and revoke your bond of 2017 CF 213. I'm going to hold you with that bond on that. We're going to keep your bond on these new cases at $5,000. Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you on these Hernando County cases?
No, I have a lawyer.
Who do you have?
Hyslop. Zero.
Okay, we're just going to see you back to court on all of these cases except for the Sumter County one tomorrow at 9 a.m. with your current case, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, does that make sense? Wait, I think I might be missing a page 3 for this one.
Got you today. Just get some more covered. I'll take care.
Randy Bueller. Mr. Wheeler, can I have your date of birth?
4/20/84.
You were here this morning for a sex offender violation. Apparently you had 3 Facebook accounts which you failed to report to the appropriate people. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
The public defender.
Officially appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay, I have an address for you on Stevens Boulevard in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
2013.
All right, do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to set your bond at $25,000. I'm also going to file a GPS order for you. I'm going to order that you have no internet, that you're placed on active GPS. If you are able to make bond, you're not to leave Hernando County or the state of Florida without leave of court. You're going to pay for the costs associated with the GPS monitoring device, and it's to be placed on your person prior to leaving a jail. And of course, you know, and I'll tell you again, no contact with anyone under the age of 18. We'll see you back to court on January 9th at 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, sorry, Jake. William Connolly.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Connolly. Can I have your date of birth?
July 26, 1962.
Okay, you are here today for a violation of probation. I did find probable cause for your arrest. That's 3. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender, Barbara Jo Bell, if possible.
Okay. We're going to put the public defender's office. There's no bond on those violations of probations. We're going to keep it at no bond and see you back to court on January 9th at 9 a.m., okay? The public defender will be out to see you soon. David Folkman. Good morning, Mr. Folkman.
Morning.
You were here this morning because you failed to appear in court in front of me on Tuesday, so I signed a warrant with a $2,000 bond. Do you want to try to take care of your case today?
Please.
Okay. Do you have any objection to the time served?
No, it would be fine. I showed that he had a previous FTA and just 4 days on that, so he'd be up to 6, I believe now.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Folkman, you understand if you take care of your case today, you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes.
You're giving up your right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yep.
With regard to this driving on suspended charge, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
Accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 6 days Hernando County Jail, 6 days credit for time served. You're going to have fines and court costs in the amount of $438 and the cost of incarceration assessed against you. When you do get out, you want to make your way down to the clerk of court and make payment arrangements for all of those things, okay?
Yes.
Bernard Griffin James. Morning, sir. Can I have your date of birth?
4/26/1988.
All right. You were here this morning for a violation of probation. Sworn to inside on November 27th of this year. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
I got an attorney.
Who do you have?
Kenneth B. Reynolds.
Okay, we're going to keep your bond at no bond, and we'll see you back to court on January 9th at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay.
All right. Palance Johnson. Morning, Mr. Johnson. Can I have your date of birth?
1/24/1988.
All right. You are here this morning for a violation of drug offender probation. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Are you going to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender?
A public defender, but could I ask a question, please?
Sure.
They gave me my terminator date was January 15th, and when I went to court, Judge O'Mara told me would I have the money in January. I told him yes, so that's what I'm basically there for, because I didn't have enough money. But I told him I was going to have the money in January of next month when I went to court. So, and my probation officer, he left the house the other day, so I don't see how I violated.
Okay.
And I told him I was going to have the money. That's my terminator date in January.
Okay, well, you know what? Go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. We'll get someone to talk to you right away and see if they can get you in front of Judge Merritt sooner and take care of your case, okay? But for right now, set it for January 9th at 9 o'clock.
All right.
Pedro Montemayor. Hi, Mr. Montemayor. Can I have your date of birth?
3/10/78.
All right, you're here today for driving on suspended driver's license. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner on January 27th of this year. Do you want to hire somebody, represent yourself, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender, please. I was in Dallas when this warrant was signed. I don't even know where it comes from.
All right, well, if you have an alibi defense, that's something that your attorney needs to know right away, okay? So we'll set someone, a public defender, on your case, and someone come out and see you as soon as possible to go over that with you.
Thank you,
Dave
ma'am.
Deceiver, prior record?
He does, Your Honor. Locally, we have a 2016 DWSR, 2015 DWSR, 2012 DUI, and an FTA on a traffic case in 97. In Texas, it looks like 2017 theft case. That was a felony level theft. He has a failure to identify a fugitive from justice, which is some sort of misdemeanor from Texas. And then he has, looks like 2 prior DUIs also in Texas.
Okay. Mr. Montemayor, I have an address for you on Ravenwood Circle in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 2 months.
All right. Where'd you live before that?
I was in Dallas for about a year. Before that, I was in Hernando County for a good 4 to 5 years.
Okay. Do you have a job here?
I'm supposed to start one next week.
Okay. What kind of work?
Construction, ma'am.
Okay. We have here on the Sheriff's Office paperwork that you're a bartender. Is that not true?
I do bartend when they need me to fill in.
Okay. I'm going to keep your bond at $10,000, and we'll see you back on January 9th at 9 a.m., okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Pedro Claudio Santiago.
Your Honor, this is a remand from felony. He has 30 days trial.
Did you say he has 30? All right. It says to driving unsuspended, right?
Correct.
State okay with time?
Sounds fine with me, Your Honor.
Mr. Claudio Santiago, you're here this morning for a driving unsuspended driver's license. Do you want to go ahead and take care of your case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand by taking a plea on your case today that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up your right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with regard to the driving unsuspended driver's license in 2017 CT 4348, how do you plead? Complete no contest.
No contest.
Accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to 30 days Hernando County Jail. 30 days credit for time served. You're going to have fines and court costing amount of $438. You were appointed. The public defender was appointed. Okay, you're going to have the public defender be in the cost of incarceration, all assessed against you. So you're going to make your way down to the clerk of court when you get out and make payment arrangements for all of those things. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Did I get everyone at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have a good day.